Live from Molly's Sanyour Ceramics studio in Deer Park, Atlanta, Georgia. Saxton's in the background working. I am working on trimming some of those bowls that I threw off the hump the other day in my live. So if you didn't check that out, it is posted in my live album. You can go check it out. So I am using a Diamond Core Tools sticky bat to hold my pot on there because there's nothing holding it in place. And we want to remove this clay here, put a little foot on there. Remove this thickness, shape it up. Go off center. I'd probably like for these to be a little drier to trim. They're a little on the wet side, but deadlines. I don't know where. Right. And we give it a little tap to see what our tone is telling us about the thickness of the walls. And then when we think we're thin enough, we put a sponge on it and she's done. Got this nice little foot ring. And then I do like to put a metal rib and transfer the curved edge there to the curved edge of the foot on the outside. Right there. And then once that, we just smooth it a little bit with a sponge. Not adding too much moisture back. Letting the sponge spin against the surface and smooth it all out. Okay. And then we pick it up and make sure we've trimmed enough off. And because it's wet, I can make sure it's still round because these were thrown off the hump, so sometimes they get altered. Just a little mise en place bowl. We had a commission come in to throw, to make some of those. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for leaving a comment. Hi. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 now of these to trim. This is the sticky bat. It helps if it's clean and dry. And then this is like a little latex thing. Hi, are you having a good day? I'm having a great day. I hope you're having a good day. Hope y'all love seeing y'all chat too. So now that that's clean and dry, this is like a sticky latex. So now I just have to center my pot. Boom. Gotta get this over this way a little bit. A little bit more. Hey, oh, look at y'all tuning in. So I did have a video on how to throw these the other day. I went live, so it's on my live album or playlist, live in the studio. It's a little off still. See, and these things are still a little wet, so I can kind of try to reshape this round. It has a little off-centered part. But see, the foot is pretty solid and thick, so I'm going to take that off and trim it. I love you. I love y'all back. Thanks for tuning in. If you're a clay person, let me know. If you have questions, let me know. If you're in Atlanta, come take a class with us. So all this will come off. And then we'll take away the inside. Can y'all see it? Is it too far away? Oh. So Get the inside removed. And I am using some downward pressure so that this thing doesn't go flying off, because nothing's holding it on there. So if it gets knocked off, but now we're getting more to like a foot ring. There's still more to go. Let's see. Let's see if we can keep her. I think we can, actually. This is why patience is a virtue with clay. And if I was trimming, it just flew off and got a little banged up, but I can smooth that out. So put it back on here. Clean that up. Clean this up a little bit. And now we'll just kind of stop while we're ahead on this one. Looks good, thanks. Did you see it just fly off? But it's okay. That's where being a little wet is okay, because it flew off and it still has enough moisture, so I can just kind of reform it. Woo! Okay, she feels nice and light, but she's not as round. So before I'm like done, I'm just gonna kind of round this back out. And then she's done. The foot ring. I don't like that one little peak in the middle though, so we'll just catch that. And then smooth it. And then there we go. Done. Such a wholesome stream. Thank you, Pottery. Who doesn't love clay? Put those upside down and then we sign them like we're famous. Now these are getting more and more dry, which is good. And we're gonna take this one. Here's the after, here's the before. So here we go, gotta center it. Who doesn't need some wholesome? I actually love that comment that you said, that's such a wholesome channel or stream. I love that. We all need some wholesomeness. I'm pressing down so she doesn't go flying off. Getting rid of the outside clay of my foot. Fade this pressure. Round it. And then I do, she got off center. But because of the sticky pad, I can kind of pick it up, feel the thickness, and then put it back on and take some more off. I just have to recenter it. Okay. Now we take away the inside. But I got it off center, so I've got to shift her back just a little. This is when I don't really tap center, but a little tap center helps. And again, they are a little soft, so reforming it round. It's not ideal. And then we'll take away the clay from the inside. I always like to remove the clay on the outside first, because as you start removing this clay from the center, you start to thin out the bottom, and you need the downward pressure to hold it in place. But if you press too much and it's too thin because you've already taken off the clay, then you push right through it. See, we're getting a nice little foot. Chang. You got that center part. then we'll put a sponge on it, and then this one's done. All right. We'll foot ring, and then take a little bit of time to make sure that this is round when I leave it, because that's how it's going to dry and be permanently forever. And like there's a little nick right on the lip, so I can just smooth that now. No big deal. Okay. And she's so light, and now it's like a little nice little soy sauce bowl. That's what we're going for. Now I gotta just give all of my bowls here like a quarter turn to dry evenly. What you can't see is over here, I've got a few more bowls that are just drying, waiting to be trimmed. So if you don't twist them, then the same spot dries. This is a good one. Oh, I'm already trying. All right, one more. Okay, kind of figure out where my bottom should be. Get this centered. And then get rid of this clay on the outside. And these were thrown off the hump, so there's like a little bit more clay than normal, because when you throw off the hump, you don't really know where the bottom is, so you kind of allow yourself a little more clay than you think you need. Smooth the outside, and then we'll take away the inside. All right, get a little from the center. All right. And then I'll put a rib on that. And then now this is actually getting too thin and too soft. So once I smooth this, I might still be able to save this actually. And I think I can. I think I can save it because it's so wet that I can just physically push this back. And it's okay. Sometimes you just have to take a deep breath and say, it's okay. It's okay. And then worst case scenario, this is a little wonky and I get to keep it. Because right now I'm making a commission set of 4 small bowls. And so I'm making a lot just in case. All right, so she's back round again, and then the foot, and then I'll just clean that up when it's dry. Glad y'all saw that. All right, I'm gonna hop over to the Instagram or the TikTok, so I'll see y'all over there. Thanks for tuning in.